Statorless motor. It's using a permanent magnet. The permanent magnet is 3/4 inch diameter by 1/4 inch N52 neodymium magnets. As you can see, it wobbles quite a lot. Now the method this is using, or the way it works, is that the magnet is a compass that points north. North is looking outward from the screen towards you. As the magnet points north, it pulls around the armature, which is those two wooden discs held together by some rods and an axle. And the wooden discs, the armature is free to rotate. And here you can see the magnet is going to point north. So when you turn the magnet, it's going to make the armature point north. So the motor, there's an N20 motor there taped with that yellow piece of tape. And in this second case, I've gotten rid of a lot of the wobble by actually putting a bearing across the top. You see that rod has some piece of wire wrapped in the middle to make a bearing. And the motor is also, I reattached the motor, the N42 motor, N20 motor, to that wooden block by using crazy glue. And so the motor is going to stay perfectly still now. So if you watch that bearing on the bottom and that bearing on the top, you see it wobbles a lot less now, and it goes a little faster. Before it was doing 150 RPM, and here you see it doing 160 RPM. And the way I'm measuring the RPM is I'm taking a 5-second clip of the video, exactly 5 seconds, slowing it down by 1/4 slow motion, and then counting the number of turns, and dividing by 5 and multiplying by 60. So you can see that hoop, that wooden hoop, that's something I got in a craft store. It does flex a little. I think the wobble is largely because the armature is out of balance. Underneath that bottom disc is a 9-volt battery and a PCB with an Arduino Nano, a MOSFET to control the motor, and an infrared sensor. And I'm controlling the speed of the motor with an RCA remote through infrared. So the motor has to be started up slowly, and it picks up speed. It has no built-in feedback. You could, in theory, put feedback using LDR, light-dependent resistor, and have a bright light nearby. Or you could use any other of a number of different means. You could also have it start up just automatically by starting slowly and gradually increasing the speed programmatically. So you can see this goes pretty nice. It wobbles a little, but it's much more stable than the first version. And you get quite a lot of power out of those 3/4 inch neodymium magnets. So as you can see, that armature, those two discs are free to rotate. There's no motor in there underneath or anything. This is not a trick. This is really, you can build this and it will work. And its benefit is that it's torqueless. So well, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and rumble.